Alright guys, hi, welcome to my channel. And if you all remember, I spoke about what is first impression and how we can create a lasting first impression in my last video. So if you all remember, I left you all with one question, and I also told you that in my next video I will definitely talk to you about how I dress myself, or how I prepare myself when I have to create that first impression. Alright, so let's get started guys, without ado. Today I'm going to be definitely talking in points. I'll give you 5-6 points wherein I really feel that after applying those points in my own life, I have really seen a lot of change. I have really seen people reacting in a different way towards me, and I really feel that the reaction, of course, is a very positive reaction. It's something that people are definitely recognizing what kind of attitude that I'm going out with. All right, so let's get started guys. First thing, of course, I left you all with the question is know yourself. So I'm sure by now you must have definitely known who you are and how you want to be known outside. Exactly. Alright, so the first point after that would be know the occasion. So when we know the occasion, we would know how to cover this 90% of our body with the right kind of attire. Why? Because if you know what kind of attire you are supposed to wear and how you're supposed to carry yourself in that attire, you know that 90% of the battle is already won. And which I keep saying, which I keep repeating in all my videos, because I really feel that when we talk about winning something, we must know how to win at least the maximum percentage of it. Alright, here we do not have to make an effort. It's just that we need to put the right attire as per the right occasion. We need to be right when it comes to our accessories. We need to be right when it comes to the color. We need to be right when it comes to its fabric. We need to be right when it comes to its fit. All right. So if we know that whatever we are wearing is something that is so it is not something that you worn the clothes, right clothes, but you're still not being able to come out, or you're still not being able to bring out that kind of confidence. I really feel that right kind of attire automatically builds that kind of confidence. I'm not saying 100%, but some percentage will definitely be added by that right attire. So you know that you're good to go with the right attire. Alright, so if it is a business meeting, if you know that if it is a business meeting, you know how you have to dress. You need to be properly suited, booted for men, of course, and women can also do the same thing. You can wear a nice dress. You can always wear a nice pencil skirt with a nice top. Alright, and if you want, you can always put on a blazer depending on how the weather is. Alright, if you're going out for a casual event, or you're going out partying, or you're going out basically for somebody's wedding, then you can always keep it a little subtle. Of course, you can play with a lot of colors. You can always put a little bit of color on your face when it comes to your makeup. But apart from that, what is very important is that you need to always ensure that you whatever you're wearing, it is exhibiting a lot of confidence. Alright, it is not something that is making you uncomfortable, and because of that discomfort, you have lost all your confidence. So wearing the right attire is very important, but more important than that is your comfort. Alright, so wear little loose. I'm not saying that wear too loose, but at least something which is an inch loose, or an inch you can say, which is which is making you feel comfortable. I would say anything, it can be 2-inch loose, or it can be 1-inch loose, or whatever it is, but it has to make you feel comfortable. But do not go like a balloon, somebody who's hung from the hanger, all right, inside the clothes. So please be very careful, know the occasion. The second point is body language. You need to always ensure that your body language is always positive. So irrespective of the fact what kind of clothes you're wearing, probably they are the right fit, they are right as per the occasion. But if your body language, you're not exhibiting the right and the positive body language, probably your postures are right, probably your gestures are going south. So you need to be very, very careful that whatever kind of posture and whatever kind of whatever gestures that you are basically using, they have to not ruin your image, but they have to basically become an impetus in strengthening your image further. All right. So second point is basically body language, always be in control. Okay. Third point, I always feel indulge in small talks. Now what happens, some of the people who are introvert, it becomes very difficult for them to break the ice. Like I'm also one of them. Maybe most of the people don't believe that I am somebody who's introvert, but yes, of course I take a lot of time to open up with people. So I would definitely call myself an introvert. So for people like me, I think what is very important is that we indulge in small talks. Now, what are small talks? Small talks are basically anything that you start with, hi, hello, how are you, so how are you doing, and all that. Asking little questions like, to break the ice and to know the person a little bit before you can start a bigger, better conversation. All right, so to break the ice, it is important that we can always indulge ourselves in small talks, not only for people who are introvert, but for people, especially when you're going for a networking event. I think it is important, and even if you're going for a business meeting, or you're going for an interview, probably in an interview you're sitting outside with a lot of people. So you can always kind of say hi, hello to each other, and you can always indulge in small talks and understand each other. Maybe that will help you in easing out a lot of stress. It will help you in also understanding that it's not only you who's scared. The big lot of people around there are scared. All right, and that will help you in kind of, at least if not losing your confidence, it will help you in at least maintaining that confidence that okay, it's not just me who is going through all this, it's there are a lot of people who are facing the same thing. Okay, so that will help you kind of at least balance your confidence. So that's why I think these small talks are very, very important. And especially when you're going for a networking event or you're going for a business meeting, instead of directly getting onto a point, I think it's important that you talk a little before first, and then probably jump onto the main topic or the main agenda that you're meeting for. All right. Next point is do not push yourself too much. Now I said indulge in small talks. The second point I'm saying is that do not push yourself too much. Now why am I saying that? This is the fourth point and very important point. Now what happens, as a trainer, probably I will ask my student to indulge in small talks, but so what will happen? The other person will get a distorted image of you. He or she will not be able to understand who you are actually, because that is not your comfort. I know we need to get out of our comfort zone, but you don't need to push yourself. All right, come out slowly, but do not push yourself. All right, so don't push yourself. Try, but do not push too much. All right. So the fifth point I really feel very, very important is that you must always keep a smile on your face. A smile is something that can win, it's a saying that a smile is something that can, instill a life in a dead. Okay, so we need to always make sure that we have that consistent and constant smile on our face, especially for people who are, as I said, I already talked about people who are introvert, probably who are not very comfortable with small talks too. What they can do is they can probably sit somewhere and make sure that they're constantly looking at people, making an eye contact, and if not saying anything, at least give a nice smile, because eventually the smile is something which will help the other person understand that probably the person could be introvert. At least that will help the other person to understand the real you. All right, but if you're sitting there with a grumpy face, without any smile on your face, that of course, that is your discomfort, that you are an introvert. You cannot talk to people, but with a grumpy face, what will happen? People will not get a right image. People will not understand who you are actually. And what will happen? They will take you as somebody who's arrogant, who is too much of himself or full of himself or herself. So that is the kind of image we do not want we do not want the world to know. All right, we definitely want everybody to know the right me, the exact me, and we really, really want people to respect, understand, and treat us the way who we are. And that can only happen if we know ourselves. So I'm coming back to my first point now, which is know yourself. So unless and until you do not know yourself very well, you would not know what kind of character that you want people to know you, what character that you want people to know you as today. Okay, so the power is in our hands. We have the entire power. We are the actors and actresses of our life, and it is all up to us what kind of character that I want people to see me as today. All right, so if you understand that, I'm telling you, it will become very easy for you to build a very strong, solid first impression which will last very long. So first impression building is still not difficult, but sustaining is something which is very, very difficult. So we must really also work on sustaining that impression that we've created, because eventually we know that this impression that we have created today is definitely going to bring a lot of positivity in our life tomorrow, and is definitely going to help us build a strong and sustainable career. All right, not only career, but of course a social life also at the same time. So thank you so much, guys. That's what I wanted to share. And also I want all of you all to know that I'm starting my classes from 16th of June in Pune. And people who are from Pune, who are following me and are from Pune, and have difficulty in basically cracking their interviews, and want to know more about how they can really build that kind of image wherein they will be able to stand out of crowd, and they will be able to build these kind of first impressions, and hence will be able to bring a lot of positivity and success in their lives. So guys, please do not wait. I am just a call away. WhatsApp me or call me on the number that I'm going to give in the description below. Please do not hesitate, and the money is very, very less. So if you call me, I can tell you the kind of amount that you spend when you go to these institutes and all that to learn. It is very less. It's a crash course, you can say, a very small course. All right, which is going to take very less number of hours, and you will definitely come out as a person who will shine in their lives. All right, so guys, don't wait. Share, subscribe and like my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon, okay. And to know more about my classes, please go down in the description for the number to WhatsApp and call me. All right, guys, thank you so much.